I'm an LCSW. I have worked in the mental health field since 2011 and have been a therapist since 2013. I earned a bachelor's and master's degree in social work from Arkansas State University. I work as a mental health therapist. Individuals looking to become an LCSW must earn a master's degree in social work or higher from an accredited school of social work. Upon graduating, you'll be eligible to take the LMSW licensing exam. To become licensed as an LCSW in Arkansas, you must acquire 4,000 hours of postgraduate supervised social work experience. This experience must be completed in no fewer than 2 years, and you will need to be supervised by an LCSW while you are earning it. Upon completion of this, you are eligible to take the LCSW licensing exam. Also, social workers must complete 30 hours of social work continuing education during the 2-year license period to be eligible for license renewal. I work Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., estimated 40 hours per week, at an outpatient clinic in Jonesboro, Arkansas. It is a salary position. I typically see around 7 patients per day, and as of now, all my sessions are telehealth only. Common issues with these patients are life adjustments due to changes with life stages, divorce, relationships, parenting, employment, illness, grief, complicated bereavement, trauma, ADHD, and diagnoses related to anxiety, panic, depression, and bipolar disorder. I also do contract therapy for another outpatient agency based out of Fort Smith, Arkansas. I provide individual therapy via telehealth methods to adult patients over 18 who are in the Arkansas Prison Reentry Program and the patients who have completed this program and in transitional living programs. I can choose the amount of patients on my caseload and what my schedule is with seeing these patients. I currently see about 5 patients per week. Common issues with patients are adjustment disorders related to life transitions with incarceration, personality disorders, including symptoms related to antisocial personality disorder, substance abuse recovery, anxiety, and depression. As far as average salary goes, to my knowledge, for Arkansas, this varies by the town, city, and area of the state, the company you're working for, your experience level, and types of services you provide for the company you're working for, and the benefits available are also considered with this. On average, I think an estimated salary is within the range of $50,000 to $75,000 per year. Contract work varies by company, it is not taxed, and you're not able to receive benefits typically. In regard to the demographics I usually work with, in the clinic in Jonesboro, Arkansas, I provide outpatient level of care that includes individual mental health therapy to children over 5 years old, teens, adults, and geriatric patients. For the clinic in Fort Smith, Arkansas, I provide weekly individual therapy to adults who have been incarcerated and currently on parole. Tips to differentiate personal and work life can include setting limits. You aren't going to change the world. Do what you're capable of. Know your limits. You have to take a step back and realize people are in control of their own lives and behaviors, and whether or not they want to make changes that are needed is up to them. Don't work harder than the patient is. They need to learn self-motivation and self-efficacy in order to make lasting changes. Prioritize and find balance between work and home life early on before it becomes a problem and you reach the point of burnout. Boundaries are also very important, with setting them and sticking to them. This includes with job tasks, coworkers, and patients. And lastly, self-care. Develop hobbies you enjoy that are separate from work and interests that are not work-related. Engage in at least one thing a day you enjoy and that brings you happiness. And go to therapy. Work on your own healing and reduce the stress and impact your career field has on you mentally and emotionally. Some of the highs that come with this job. I love being able to connect with people on a deeper level, being someone they can rely on and trust to be vulnerable with, which for some, this is the first time they have had this in their lives. Witnessing people's growth and progress, helping guide them with overcoming challenges, helping ease emotional burdens, and empowering people to make changes on their own. Some of the lows can include the amount of paperwork it involves. It's time-consuming and tedious. Sometimes you don't get to see the full impact their progress has made on their lives. It's common when things start going good or better in their lives that people often stop coming to therapy. It's frustrating when people assume that I can fix things for them, when actually I'm just a helper in the process of guiding them in making changes for themselves. They often don't realize it's their responsibility to put in the work for therapy to be truly beneficial for them. With working with children and adolescents, it's frustrating at times to see how hard they are working and the progress that they've made, but it's difficult to be able to maintain it because of the barriers beyond their control with their home environment and their lack of support system. Some assumptions made by others that I think may not be true are that a degree in social work means your career option will only include being a caseworker that works for Child Protective Services, and that licensed master level social workers aren't qualified to be able to diagnose mental health conditions. Other misconceptions by those starting out in the social work field are that you're going to change the lives of all your patients and that you have to do it all. Some assumptions that I think may be true are that you'll make an important contribution to the betterment of the lives of individuals, groups, and society as a whole. Also, many people choose to enter social work because they have deep personal beliefs and feelings that resonate with the fundamental assumptions of social work. And lastly, burnout is a big problem within this field. It isn't a sign of weakness. I think that there is room for improvement with educating others about the different types of abuse, especially with psychological and sexual abuse in relationships, and being able to better recognize aspects of healthy and unhealthy relationships in general. I think that there are cultural and religious beliefs that can reinforce abuse and serve as a barrier to our society's knowledge and recognition.